To be fair, though, he was hopped up on so much coke that maybe that's just how he acted in that moment.
Was he actually right?
Not in real life, but in the film.
Oh,
Before he took a whole
There's
whiff
no
of coke.
actor.
No.
That's some good method acting.
Welcome back to the Killer Media Podcast, your home for all things horror, entertainment, and movie reviews. As always, I am Tim. That is Nick. And today we got a lot to go over. We're going to discuss Undertone, Ready or Not 2, and a few extra little indie short films.
Yeah.
We're going to answer all your burning questions. Is Undertone the scariest movie you'd ever hear? We're going to answer
Or
that for you.
see.
Or see.
As what the trailer claims.
Yes.
Scariest movie. Did it say
It's
of the year or just the scariest movie ever?
I forget.
That
But
Paranormal Activity had, and also the Blair's Witch, I think, was also
Yeah.
the scariest movie. But
There's a lot of those.
is that just trailer and marketing?
We're going to answer those for you. Was it any good? We'll let you know. Also, Ready or Not 2 had a lot of hype building up to it. Everybody was freaking out that I got announced because the first one was so good.
And we didn't even watch the first one until recently.
Yeah.
In order to watch the second one and make use of the story.
This video, yeah. So we'll kind of talk about the first one a little bit in tandem with the second one. And, we're going to just answer all your questions. Was it good? Is it worth the hype? It had 100% at all the pre-screenings. Now it's jumped down to like a 72, I think, somewhere around there. It's a pretty big jump. And we're going to discuss maybe why that happened. So stay tuned for that later on in the video. But first,
Yeah, don't click off. Don't click off.
Don't! We're going to kick it off talking about 2 short horror films. We were asked to review their films, and we kindly said yes.
We kindly. And what are these films? We got Dirty Jersey.
Dirty Jersey.
And then we have Beyond Mamushi.
Beyond Mamushi, yes. So I think we'll start. What do we want to start with? Which one?
Let's go Beyond Mamushi.
We're going to start with
We're gonna
Beyond
go to infinity and
Mamushi.
beyond.
Yes. So, Beyond Mamushi. Do we write it down?
Beyond these nuts.
Oh, yeah. So this was directed by M.W. Williams and stars Karina Jane, who plays Kate. We have Gary Cross, who plays Chris. And we have Gemma Thompson, who plays Ama Mamushi.
Also, yeah, Gary Cross is David Cross's brother.
Really?
No.
Oh. I believe you. I believe it, because his last name's Cross.
David Cross, let's go on the podcast.
Yeah, come on. David Cross, come on. Get over here.
Scary Movie 2.
Yeah, come on. I have his autograph. They look nothing alike. Why did I believe that? And he's British, and he's not. What the fuck? I didn't put 2 and 2 together. So, Beyond Mamushi, basically, this is a psychological, slow burnish thriller. It focuses on, like abusive relationships in a way.
Oh, big ass fucking
Yeah.
abusive
But
relationship.
not really physical. At times it can get, but his main,
Yeah.
he's kind of just like a bully.
Pretty much just any gaslighting you can think imaginable.
Yeah.
Like one scene is she's washing the dishes. She breaks one of the plates
Mhm.
and she's like, "Oh no, oh my god." And he's like, "No, it's so fine. Okay, I'll take care of it." And he's starting to scrub, like get to pick up the pieces. And as soon as like 2 seconds goes by, he cuts himself and he gets mad and blames her
Gets pissed.
for cutting himself.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she broke the glass, but you're getting mad because you cut yourself because you were a big dum dum.
Thought you were gonna say it.
Wait, what did I say? I can never remember. What I said.
Before we started recording, you said
I know
another
what-
word. Thought you were gonna say.
A big dumbass.
No,
What did I say? Jacket.
no. And I might be mean, so I won't say it. Anyways, in regards to the character, he's a dumb fuck.
Oh yeah, he was a dumb fuck. He was like that's he's meant to be a dumb fuck
Yeah.
though. Like he has no rhyme or reason. He knows what he's doing.
Right. I think he definitely has like bipolar disease. So anyway, we start off the film. We'll kind of give a little like rundown. We start off the film with the main girl, Kate, flying a kite. She's having a grand old time. She's loving her life. That we find out later that that's what keeps her kind of together. That's her happy place because she deals with hallucinations. So she has to take pills for that. But her husband, are they married?
I think so, but I
don't
not
know.
100% sure.
Boyfriend, girlfriend, married, husband, wife, whatever. But their partner. It's either he doesn't believe that she's having hallucinations or he's just kind of fed up with it. Because like he has her pills locked away and like he's the one who gives her the pills whenever he wants.
He's very controlling.
Yeah.
He just doesn't believe anything she says and always attributes to her fuck ups that it's just always her fuck up, even though he's just a jackass.
And like and that's just building all upon her mental problems with the hallucinations and stuff, the abusive relationship. It's all getting packed on, and she kind of just feels isolated.
Now, is the
And-
cause of her hallucinations because he's abusive?
It could be
Because
she's hallucinating him,
Yeah.
being like evil. We get that one shot. He has like gray eyes, and he's like
I
yelling.
feel
at
like
her.
she doesn't have to hallucinate to like. He's pretty
Oh yeah, definitely
pretty
not.
bad fucking dude.
And she totally knows, but she's probably scared to like.
Yeah, it's like
Remove
I've never
yourself.
been in that type of relationship, so I can't
Can't speak.
I
to
can't speak to that. My always go to is like you could just leave, but there's things that are going on in that person's mind
Yeah.
that you just don't quite know that's keeping them.
It's like the
there.
Invisible Man.
Yeah.
You might get stalked and you're gonna get killed.
Yeah.
People, this stuff happens. So yeah, they have a lot of internal issues. So she has a therapist. When I was like, all right, she got a therapist, makes sense. But then the therapist is like making her do stuff. Like she's like, you're gonna have to kill him.
Well,
I'm
I
like,
knew, yeah,
whoa.
I knew something wrong with that
What kind of
therapist.
therapist are you? She's like evil.
Well, I knew when they got the house that was Mamushi. That was the last name that was on the business card for the
Yeah.
therapy, and that was her. But I was like, I didn't know what that twist was going to be at the end.
Right. So yeah, she talks to her therapist. Her therapist like, you got to kill Chris. You got to get it over with. You're in this thing. You got to get out of it.
I mean, he kind of deserves it.
So eliminate. Does he deserve death? I don't know.
Well,
Maybe jail time.
fictional character deserves death.
All right, fictional character deserves death.
Kind of does a good job at making us hate him.
He
a lot.
does,
He's a
The acting overall was pretty good. Although there was one scene in the kitchen scene when he cut his hand, he was getting all pissed off. He kept like smirking. Like it seemed like he
I
was
don't know.
trying
It'd
to
be hard
laugh.
for me to do scene like any like I'm a goofy guy.
So at that part, I couldn't take him seriously. But every other time, I think he conveyed his anger pretty good. Like he just wasn't interested. And I bought their relationship. They had good chemistry when they were working together, and then when they were at odds.
Yeah.
You know, I think they all did a pretty good job. Cinematography was pretty good. I like the opening shot. You see the tree branches and the kite flying. It was very scenic, very nice.
I noticed a lot of like the color of like the emotions of
The color grading
Yeah.
was good too.
especially like night and day. As soon as like Chris was being abusive and she's sitting on their stairs, like it just felt so cold.
Yeah.
Like you could tell how like
Mhm.
empty that fucking house is with all that was going on, and outside is bright. And even like the scenes where like they're in their bedroom, it was like bright. It just
Yeah.
seems like anytime like Chris is in there, like it's like warmer tones.
Mhm.
Kind of like maybe she really wants to have like a happy relationship with him,
Mhm.
but then it's shot down by anything that he does.
Yeah, color grading was good. Cinematography was good. The one thing I wish it did have a little bit more of was the soundtrack or background music. At sometimes it was just dialogue and it got a little bit quiet. So I do like, this is a personal thing, I do like some background dialogue or
That's not a
background
personal
music.
thing. It's just a
soundtrack.
personal
It's
thing.
just a personal thing. It's not you. It's
Yeah.
just a personal thing. There was one part where we got some like background music that was nice, but it was pretty quiet. And maybe that's what they're going for, the intimacy of the scene and the internal
The
struggle.
awkwardness and like how do you like I don't know how could you live with like that abusiveness? It's like just so like you can't
Yeah.
you walk into that house like you could tell like as soon as she sees her door after flying her kite, she's like so hesitant. She doesn't want to go in there.
And then Chris just rips up her kite and he's like, "Fucking hate kites."
Fuck that.
I'm like, "What was it?"
In the end though, he got her a new kite.
Yeah.
Like he
he-
flip flops so
I'm telling you,
fucking
he
much.
has bipolar disease or something.
Like, how can you not like? Obviously, maybe he's realizing what he's doing, but at the same time, like, think this fucking kite. I mean, I guess he knows how badly she wanted the kite, so like, he
Yeah.
pretty much manipulates her.
He does. Bad.
Oh, let's not get started on the fucking dad.
Oh my god. That scene it threw me off. It kind of felt out of place. So she left the note that said I had to kill Chris, which was Chris's dad. They were at his house for breakfast, eating the beans and toast. So she had to go back and get her note, and then she was about to leave, and the dad, Chris's dad, like attacks her and starts licking her face, and then he's
He's
like,
like,
"I always wanted you." He's like literally about to just, again, physically abuse her in a
Yeah,
sexual way.
I get what they were going with. Like, I guess
But that came out of
Chris is like fucked up, obviously with
Yeah.
his abusiveness.
Yeah.
I guess so. He gets it from his fucking dad,
Right.
but at the same time, it just felt like
It was.
it was kind of like maybe pointless.
I thought it was gonna. I think it would have made more sense because they made it a point that his blood pressure pills were low, or he didn't have any pills left. So I thought it was gonna be a point of like she was gonna go, "Oh, I'll get them for you," And maybe she does get them, and the dad forgets to take them, then dies because of it, and then Chris would blame her. Oh, where's his pills? You didn't get his pills? You know, to tie that in.
Yeah, and I
Other
actually
than-
would have liked that
maybe.
he did blame her for the death because, like, come on, he was like the last person, like,
Oh yeah.
and he knew it was somebody who killed her then because of like the autopsy.
Yeah.
So, and then that last comment, she's like, "I killed somebody." Come on, he did not
Yeah.
put two and two together,
He's
and then
like,
he like
"What?"
sat back down, and then he was just like,
Then he gets stabbed.
that adds
Then he
like
dies.
the little ending on that was like, eh.
Yeah.
But like overall, it makes sense how the plot went, but like
Yeah.
kind of the execution, I think.
Yeah. And then we get the biggest twist, which I actually thought was pretty good. The therapist is a spirit ghost, an evil entity that lived in the house before them.
And took her own life.
Yeah, took her own life. And now she's telling, I guess she was in the same situation. She was kind of in an abusive relationship. So she's giving her, Kate, advice on what she did. Right?
I don't think so. No, I think she took her own
She
life,
just
but I
wants
don't
her to
think
kill?
she took. I don't think she killed the husband though. Maybe I think she just took her own life. I
Alright.
thought it was going to be like a difference of like Mamushi was. That's what Mamushi wanted to do, but she
Oh.
took her own life, and she was projecting on Kate for her to kill her
On
husband
what she wanted to do when
Yeah.
she was.
and maybe
that
like
could
be free. But Kate kind of ends up just taking her life anyways.
Yeah. After she flies her kite one last time.
Kind of explained it to my girlfriend in the
Yeah.
movie. At the end, she flies a kite and she.
And
I was like,
She flies a kite and then she kills herself.
yeah.
Yeah, no, overall, I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. The story was pretty good. It was very impactful. You really feel the tension and the characters here. It was done well.
Mhm.
Good job.
Good job.
Good job. Good job.
It's the only pointing that you're allowed to do.
Good job. All right.
Good job.
Let's move on to Dirty Jersey. So, another horror short film. This one's got more comedy bits in it.
Oh yeah.
This is directed by David Keane and Tyler Mulholland. And our notable cast here is Sean Barnes as Seth, Chandler Corey Essex as Kim, and Casey Donnelly as Nathan. So we have a trio of characters here. And this movie is really fun. I thought the
Oh.
cinematography was outstanding. It was really good. I was kind of blown away.
I like the opening shot and like that the
Mhm.
music at the end. Like it just kind
Yeah.
of set like Dirty Jersey.
It had a fun tone to it. So basically, this is kind of a, like you said, it was an interpretation of the Jersey Devil. You know, the what do you call him?
The Jersey Devil.
No, like, what is that?
An urban legend.
Yeah, the urban legends of the Jersey Devil.
So-
Which, and again, this movie was loosely based on real events.
Thought it was based off of 6-7.
6-7. So I think I don't know the whole story, but a group of teens went missing and they haven't been found. So I guess they took that and turned this into a movie of, oh, what happened to them? This is what happened. So in a way, inspired by true events.
Yeah.
You know, to what
Probably
degree.
not quite how the story. I don't know about the story with the mom and the son. How closely related the true events are to that. But
I would think that's made up, but I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. For those who have seen this, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's pretty good. I just want to go off with the good. Cinematography was really good. I thought the acting was pretty darn good. At some times, I think you pointed out, Seth kind of came off, I don't know, it's funny the way he delivered his lines.
it just, I don't know.
Like
if
Reddit
that's the
mod, he said.
yeah, the Reddit mod. I don't know the way he like. I don't know what the accent is.
Mhm.
I'm not. I guess it has to be a Jersey accent,
I guess, the Jersey.
but
The Jersey Shore, you know?
a little funny. I mean, the kind of the characters are a little over top, anyways.
It has that indie types, I don't know, cheesiness to it. Like it has that kind of sheen over it, but that's what they were going for. I think the story was good, but I think I'm trying to think to myself, did I want more, like more development, or did this actually work pretty darn good as a short film? Like I feel like in some aspects I could have had more development. Like this film was split up in chapters. I think
Maybe
it was what, 6 chapters or 5?
Yeah, I think I also don't know if I like the chapters only because of how short the movie already is to begin with. It's less than an hour.
Right.
I'm fine with like chapters. I know that what movie had chapters?
Zack Snyder's Justice League had chapters. That's a good
That's
movie.
like bigger scale. I feel like
Yeah.
it doesn't. Oh,
Uh,
Dolly had it,
Weapons had it.
and Weapons works better though with that though.
Well, yeah, it's more
Um,
of a fleshed out
Dolly
thing.
had it. We reviewed that, but yeah, I didn't really care for it in Dolly either. Which is,
Mhm.
I feel like a longer movie has to have them because you got to split it up because you have part one, which was the mother, and that was like 2 minutes.
It was a 2-minute scene, and it was.
And
I
then
think
that-
it was titled "Family."
Yeah,
And like,
family.
I guess
yeah.
you get that's supposed to give you a glimpse into the family life of the kid who eventually then turns into the Jersey Devil. But all he is doing, he's running around. His mom's on the phone. He kind of breaks the phone cord. She kind of yells at him, and then he just runs away and falls in a ditch and I guess dies. So like, we don't get a lot of development with the family.
Yeah.
Like, is she always pissed at him? Is he a trouble? You know, like we don't really know.
Looks like a single mother,
Mhm.
rowdy kid. I think that like, I don't say normal, but like just par for the course.
Kids
of,
will be
like
kids. Yeah.
she's just trying to struggle with her only child out in like nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah. They live in the middle of nowhere, like the middle of the woods.
So she's kind of stuck with him, and I guess you're probably kind of cooped up in that area.
It's crazy.
But yeah, with the chapters, I don't know. I feel like if you cut the chapters out, I don't think anything much changes.
No, it's just not split up into the sections. It'll kind of just run smoothly, I guess.
Yeah.
More linearly. But I guess they didn't want to.
It's more of like a
time
stylistic choice, I
Yeah.
guess.
which sometimes I'm okay with. I didn't really mind it here. I just wish some of them had more meat in them to give you some more development. But I do.
We had a lot of meat.
I don't love meat. But I do really appreciate short films that actually are short films that need to be. Like some of these movies are just over bloated for no reason, and it's like you could cut a lot out. But here, I think it makes sense. It fits in the the time frame that it's in. So props to you for understanding. You didn't need to make like a 2-hour film. Yeah, I think the character dynamics work. We get 2 guys and a girl.
2 guys, 1 cup.
Yeah. We have a girlfriend, boyfriend. Nathan and what's her name? Nathan and Kim
Kim.
are dating,
Yes.
and it's her birthday, right?
Yeah, it's her birthday.
Yeah.
And this fool fucking decides for her surprise birthday party to go fucking quadding with her.
Yeah,
and
I bought you a
and his
quad bike.
friend.
And she's like, "What?" Totally the other guy's idea, because this guy had no idea. That was totally Seth's idea.
But no, he was bagging on him for like that's what you're doing. Like you're bringing her for her birthday.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't think it was his plan.
I could totally see it.
I think they were
But no,
already
you're right.
I think they were already going quadding.
And they
and
just
then
tagged her along.
His surprise was like, I'm gonna have you tag along with this. It's like that's
An awful gift because she has no interest at all in this.
no.
Like literally at all. So clearly they're at odds. And then the 2 friends, Nathan and Seth, like they're friends, but you can tell they're at odds. And then later on, you're like, oh yeah, they're at odds. Like, Seth is kind of a bitch. He's kind of a bad egg. You know, he's trying to swoop in and take him away from Nathan.
Yeah, there's a lot of like really good hints.
Mhm.
Not my second watch. I didn't watch it like I was like going through like specific scenes on my second watch through. But at the very beginning, especially, I didn't actually realize the photo that he hid. I didn't really catch it at first. It was the photo of all 3 of them, him, his girlfriend, and then himself. No, I said himself twice.
Yeah.
Himself, Nate, and his girlfriend.
Mhm.
And Nate is like kind of like cut off a little bit, so like the focus is on him and her in the group photo. So you kind of like understand everything that was kind of laid out. Like, oh, he's
Yeah.
kind of like he liked her
Yeah.
from the get go.
And then you find out he's really trying to just push himself on her.
Yeah.
Again, another forceful situation. They've been drinking, whatever. You know.
The only thing that was kind of dumb on Kim was that they were both drinking.
Yeah, they were.
So I was like, you're gonna let him drive though at the same time.
Well, he
Like,
even made that point. He's like, "Oh, he was drinking too."
Yeah.
Like, he made that point, but I don't know. She was so fed up with Nathan at that point.
yeah, I
they
think everyone he had this bad habit of saying smoking's gonna kill you.
Yeah,
Or, like,
yeah.
you know, smoking is bad for you. Okay,
Yeah.
everyone knows it's bad for you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, people understand why people smoke,
Yeah.
drink. But at the same time, obviously he might be an alcoholic. So like he's kind of
Yeah.
a little hypocritical.
Yeah.
No shit, drinking can also kill you.
This is true.
I would not know.
Yeah, we wouldn't know.
No.
So we get. I think my favorite shot in the film is the first time we see the Jersey Devil when in the bus, when you just see its hand.
Oh yeah.
I was like, that was like genuinely creepy. But I think the music during that kind of ruined that scene, like the fast, like, I don't know, hype music. I don't know what you call it, punk rock music.
There's a lot.
It
of
was
that in
upbeat
this.
music. I think if it was more in that scene, more like intense eerie music, maybe that would have fit the cinematography in that scene because it was so creepy with just the hand.
Mhm.
But I think that was my favorite shot because I was like, the practical effects are really good. Like they're really, I think it won an award for practical effects. Really good. All the blood, everything. The creature design, the Jersey Devil, was pretty good. I liked it. It's creepy. It was like this kid with, I guess, bunny ears and like goggles, but its like face was ripped open, so it was just like teeth. Pretty scary.
Kind of like an empty black skull.
The poster art reminded me of Chatterbox from Hellraiser.
Hellraiser.
Yeah, it kind of gives like Chatterbox with the teeth
Yeah.
and like the muscles on the face, whatever.
It's a cool little thing.
It's a cool little thing.
Okay, that was Dirty Jersey.
And then shout out to Easter eggs. There's the stuff Easter egg. I think when Kim calls her friend, and she's like
Oh.
at home, she's eating something. It's the stuff. If you haven't seen the stuff, a horrible movie, but really funny. And there's a lot of Evil Dead Easter eggs here. The Necronomicon makes an appearance. I didn't see it on the first time.
Oh,
The guy pointed it out to me. I didn't see it, so I got to watch it again and find it. But there's a lot of Evil Dead Easter eggs. This movie resembles a lot of Evil Dead isms. Isms. Like it's very Sam Raimi. That's a biggest inspiration I can get from it. But yeah, it was really good. I'm giving this a 7.5 out of 10, and I give Biyama Mushi a 6.5 out of 10. Put you on the spot there.
what did
didn't
I have? Oh, well, good thing I fucking wrote it down.
Yeah,
I gave Dirty Jersey a 7, and I gave Beyond Mamushi a 6.
there you go. Those are our reviews and scores for Beyond Mamushi and the Dirty Devil, the Dirty Jersey.
30, yeah.
I said the Dirty Devil. Dirty Jersey. Go check these films out. We'll link all their stuff in the comments below. We'll let you know. We'll put them in. All right, let's move on to
Undertone.
I'll do Undertone first. All right.
Yeah.
Off rip. Scariest movie you ever seen?
No.
Scariest movie you ever heard? Maybe.
Possibly.
Because there's not a lot of movies that are creepy with audio. This one pushed that concept and just went with it. And it was pretty creepy, not gonna lie.
I think it works well because of the dark voids in the background. There's always something just dark in the background. You can't see anything, but your mind always is telling you that there's something back there.
Right.
So with the audio, late at night listening, it's just like that's kind of how it's akin to like if you're scrolling
Mhm.
and you come across those creepy ass videos, trying
Mhm.
to hide in the comments section.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the whole movie.
Yeah. I think it was what they were going for. It's like I told Nick right after we saw it, kind of what he just said. This is giving off the essence of it's midnight. You should be going to bed by now, but you're down the rabbit hole on like, oh, these spooky demon videos. Oh, this happened at 3 a.m. gone wrong. You know, and then
Whether
you
or not
show-
it's even real, it's
Right.
just
and like as you're watching it, you're getting creeped out. You turn it off and you go to bed, and you're just like more creeped out because you're all alone. It's quiet.
what's
it's dark,
under my bed.
right? It's giving off those feels because that's what this character's going through. They record their horror podcast. Hey, we're a horror podcast.
Yeah, we can
That-
relate.
Yeah, that
Well, they're more like true crime.
Yeah, they discuss-
crime.
they discuss like
horror
true
crime.
Yeah, true horror crime of actual
Supernatural.
events, and they
Yeah.
kind of give, oh, is it actually real, or they're skeptics, and they kind of debate.
I like
it's
the
unique.
conspiracy aspect of like the lullabies and stuff. It's
Yeah.
kind of like creepy with
It
like
is
the
creepy.
demonic playing it backwards, hidden
Mhm.
messages.
And there's a lot of
Like it's a
truth to that.
rabbit hole of things. Like it's just exactly what like these podcasts
Right.
would do.
Mhm. So we didn't give our scores. We'll give our scores
Yeah.
to Undertone. In
Wait, where is it?
3, 2,
oh,
1.
did I even?
You have it.
I
down
did.
here.
I did.
It's right here.
Oh yeah, I gave. Okay.
I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10.
I'm giving it a 0 out of no. I'm giving it an 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah, this movie is getting a lot of hate. Yeah, this movie was built
Who's
up.
hating on this?
A lot of people. This movie, they're saying it's boring as shit. It
will
makes
find
no
you.
sense. I mean, everybody has their own opinion. And we will kill you. So
I said it.
I was finishing.
I wasn't gonna say.
I finished. Moving.
We're gonna
on.
bring that back.
Moving on. So yeah, it's getting a lot of hate because this was built up to be like the scariest movie ever, and now everybody's watching it and they're like falling asleep, like they're bored. It's like nothing happens. They're calling it a slow. They're like, oh, it's a slow burn, but it's not even a slow burn because like there's no like it doesn't build up to anything. I think this movie has an insane build up, but I don't think it was executed quite as well the ending because you're kind of confused on what's happening.
Yeah, I
Like,
think
The build up is so intense in this film because that's all it is. It's building up. like slowly by slowly, and then it ramps up as it goes, as any horror movie does. And then the ending, you're kind of just like everything's happening at once. You kind of get overstimulated,
Yeah.
and it's most of it's like cut to black, and you're just
And,
hearing.
Yeah, and you kind of like are left with what
Right.
what actually happened.
Yeah,
What we don't know what
Right.
actually happened.
exactly.
And in some cases that can work, but I don't think every movie should have an ambiguous ending.
Right.
I think it doesn't work here as well as like maybe The Thing, like because like you could debate all you want with the Thing's ending on who is who and if the Thing is even dead or not.
Right.
Like that works. Like it creates kind of like a question. But in this, it kind of like leaves you kind of empty. Like
Yeah.
there's really no closure. But I feel like even with The Thing, there's closure. But
There
like
is
there's
closure.
still like an open-ended like
Because they did defeat it.
yeah.
And then there's the question, is it still alive?
Yeah.
But here it's nothing, like you don't know what
Like did
anything
she
that
die?
happened.
Was this actually all in her head? Was
Did
the
she?
podcast even
Yeah.
real going on, or was she just like alone? Like who knows?
Well, I think the podcast happened. I
Yeah.
think. So yeah, I think the biggest triumph this film has is its sound design. It's really good and it's really creepy. Now we didn't see this in like the Dolby Cinema, but I am going to buy this film, and I am going to watch the shit out of it on Dolby Atmos
At 3 a.m.
at 3 a.m. with the speakers on the ceiling, all the speakers. I'm going to listen to it and I'm going to be creeped the hell out.
and you're gonna die.
Honestly, I don't know if I can watch this alone. It's creepy. I don't like demonic films because they creep me out.
Yeah, I think
Like,
demonic
that's what
depends
creeps
on
me
which
out.
demonic, but for the most part, it's kind of hard to scare me in a movie. It has to be
Yeah,
pretty
like
good, and this did a pretty good job of scaring me,
It's-
especially at the end.
it's very just eerie. I mean, you have on the TV this face that is slowly getting more and more just corrupt and dead with the red background
Yeah,
as that video
still
went
really
on, and I'm
wish
just like, it's
that
creepy
ended
as
with
hell.
the black screen at the big. Like if that was all dark, honestly, if that just blared with
Yeah.
whatever sound was going on, like
That
I
would be
feel like
creepy.
I would have been like, shit, what the fuck?
Right.
Is
Like,
this
yeah.
actually real? Are we actually like getting
Exactly.
possessed?
Exactly. Yeah.
So
So
I don't know. Would it be cheesy? I don't know. That's just my take.
I don't think it would have been. I think maybe if that screen was on the whole time, instead of it being black and it was slowly
Well, like
getting
you can't look
corrupt,
away. Like it's a big
Right.
ass screen in the
But-
theater.
and then it was still getting more demonic, the face, as it went, as the screams were getting louder, kind of giving you the sense of, all right, something's definitely going awry here. She's dying. And then it gets so demonic, then it's just like, boo, and I don't know, and it ends. I don't know. Maybe that would be
Like, my
better than a
hint is
black
that she
screen.
probably died at this.
I think she died. The mom definitely died.
Yeah.
Did she kill the mom? Because she said, I killed my mom. Did she kill her? And we didn't see it?
She kind of like I guess left her to like she doesn't. I mean, her mom hasn't eaten fucking
Like, did
almost
she
a week.
push her down the stairs? Like, did she actually kill her? Is my question.
I don't
And we
know.
didn't see it. I don't know. This film,
Maybe the ending is just something
It's
that
creepy.
happened so fast. We were so focused on the horror
Mhm.
that maybe a second watch through, we'd understand it more.
yeah, I think
So-
it deserves a second watch.
At,
But yeah,
3 a.m.
3 a.m. Yeah. So a quick rundown. The film is on two podcast hosts. They live far away. I think at one time they were great friends, but then they moved apart. So they can only reconnect with their podcast that they record, I guess, once a week, or every other couple days
They kind of just
at night.
record. I'll be honest. Like the way we do our schedule is kind of like once a day. We do this in one take.
Right.
Their way that they're
They
doing the
cut it up,
podcast,
yeah.
they just kind of like cut it in and out, and they had like their characters. They kind of like
They put on a character in it.
they put on a character. Like, not that we aren't like commentators on like on movies and stuff, but at the same time, I feel like our like we're not like characters like they felt like.
We're not putting on a face.
Yeah.
If anything, we're hiding our real faces. We're psychopaths.
But yeah, I just the way that they did the podcast. I don't know. That was a little. I don't know.
Because she plays the skeptic,
Yeah.
and he plays the guy who believes it all.
Yeah,
But
so
I
it
did
seemed
find
like it was a fake thing where like,
Right.
I guess it makes sense in the context of this movie because she's the skeptic, and then he's always like, oh, this is real, this is real. And then at a certain point, I think,
she's starting to believe,
yeah,
and you can see it in her face. She's scared, but she's still putting on the skeptic face. So she has to stay in character, but you can tell she's really starting to believe in it.
I think
like
like
that
the very
contrast.
beginning, I think she like kind of like didn't care for it or was like didn't believe it, but then more and more the movie went on, she
Yeah.
started to believe it, but then at the same time, she was just like kind of like drawn to like finishing this and finish.
Finish. Yeah. So yeah, the premise is they're doing a podcast. They get sent this ambiguous email of 10 audio files, and they play through them. Each one is getting worse and worse, and the last one finally unlocks the demon that's apparently possessing them. So, the question is, who sent it to them? Are these people even real? Jessica, and I forgot the guy's name in the audio.
Mike? Was it
Mike,
Mike?
yeah.
Okay.
Mike and Jessica, I believe. Are they even real?
Jessica.
Grandma. So people, they have people call in on when they were filming, and people do say, "Oh yeah, they were our neighbors." Are they telling the truth? I guess we don't know, but it's very ambiguous. But it is very creepy with the sound design because
I don't think they gave. It was just like names, Mike and Jessica. Like,
but the one person called in and they go, "Oh yeah, they were like my neighbors."
I don't know how big this podcast is, but like these people calling in
all over the world. Too.
I feel like you got to be pretty. You got to be pretty big to like just get like phone calls.
Hey, we're big. Call us.
No.
I'll put his phone in the comments.
No.
Call him at 3 a.m.
April Fools.
Call him at 3 a.m.
Wake my ass up at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
I will find you then.
Gone wrong. But yeah, so it really delves into the suspicion of and the conspiracy that kids' nursery rhymes are demonic if you play them backwards. Because they do sound pretty creepy.
Messages.
Now you have to really listen to them. I thought it was hard to understand them. I mean, we had what's his name on the other side going, "Oh, that was so clearly he said that," and I'm kind of listening.
Was his name Justin or
I forgot what his name was.
Don't you have it
I didn't
here?
write it down because he was like not a character. But so and he's like, "Oh, did you hear him say that? Like clear as day, Mike kills whatever." And I'm like, they play it 3 times, and I'm like, I don't hear it.
That's
I couldn't
that's
hear
the
it.
case of the paranoia at night. Also the Yanni and the Laurel thing,
Yeah.
where like people hear what you want to hear. So like if there's like something noise and someone's like, "Did you hear that? It said like for example, Mike." When you keep hearing it over and over and over again, like in your mind, your brain kind of like hears it, but is it actually saying that?
Right.
And it's kind of like those cases.
at
So she's kind of like a
times-
skeptical at first. So like she kept saying like, "I don't hear it. What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Right there. Don't you hear it right here with the audio?"
Right.
And then eventually like you can tell it gets to her, but she has this big problem of not facing any of her problems.
Right.
So she kind of like doesn't actually accept it. So she kind of leans into that role of being a skeptic and like,
Right.
"You got to finish this." But like, obviously, like I'm a skeptic.
Right. But she just wants to get it done. She's like, let's get it over with and move on. Little do they know they shouldn't have hit that 10th video.
Mhm.
The cinematography is also pretty good too, because in like 99% of the shots, I think we mentioned it before, it's like a far view.
That's
Here-
that's like almost the whole movie.
Here she is recording, and 90% of this side is just black, and you can kind of see the house, and you're like, as horror watchers and other viewers, you're like, all right, well, something's gonna happen.
I keep
here,
look
or
and
something's
see
there.
that's actually the great
Nothing
way.
happens.
Like you can. So I think that the shots are set up pretty well like that too. Not even just because of the paranoia,
Mhm.
but because it's a podcast. Do you really need to be looking at her when she's talking, doing the
No, 'cause you're
podcast?
just
No,
listening.
it's an audio. So then your whole time you're fixated in the background,
Mhm.
and like something gonna pop up at the time. Like, do
Yeah,
I see something moving?
exactly.
Do you?
But there's
So you're
never
like-
anything.
They
there.
kind of like make you stare at that area the whole time.
Yeah.
And at that point, it kind of is like, did I see something?
It gets creepy. Yeah, it kind of
Yeah.
makes you think too. And because you're looking here and listening here, you're putting it, all right, well, this is happening here. And I think that's what they wanted to, because as she's listening to the video and the clips, it sounds like it's coming from in her house. Because every now and
Yeah.
then she'll look back.
Yeah, when something happens, she'll like,
She's like, did that happen in my house? Because every now and then when I wear headphones and I'm playing
Yeah,
something or
sometimes
watching a movie, I'm
I've
thinking,
done that.
is a knock?
And
I'm
I'm
like,
like-
did someone knock on my door? Hello? And like, it really messes with you. And I think that because we've experienced that in ways, and I'm sure some of you have, it kind of gets to you.
Yeah.
It's like, is there something in here with me? But yeah, and every now and then the camera would turn its shot slowly, revealing the black. And I'm just like, something's going to happen.
Nothing actually really happened.
Nothing ever happens. It's just the paranoia of it. And I think in other films, they do it a lot and it doesn't pay off because nothing happens. But I think here, because you have such good sound design, it really helps it. The nothing happening, but it's pitch black.
Yeah,
It-
they did a really good job with like
Yeah.
that tension. And I could see where people kind of don't like it because like there's a lot of tension, but it does break it up where like they kind of end the podcast for the night
Mhm.
and then she goes and like kind of half-assed takes her mom.
Yeah, her mom's like on her deathbed in her house. She can't speak. She's kind of just, what's the word?
Bedroom?
Comatose. She's like comatose.
Yeah, she's not drinking, not eating.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, no hate to like at this point, like why are you still taking care of her? I guess if she's not eating, call a doctor or something.
I mean, she did though, and I
Yeah.
guess
I didn't feel like the doctor
know,
did
yeah,
anything. She's
there's
like,
no-
I
yeah.
guess you gotta wait for it to happen. I was like, okay,
yeah.
because she wait.
Clearly, she's like fed up with it, but it's her mom. So
Did we
you know, there's-
mention Evie's pregnant?
yeah, we find that out like halfway through.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what the demon, this demon, this entity, Abazul, I think the name is.
Yeah, Abazul.
Creepy, creepy voice too.
Abazul.
Abazul goes after pregnant women and try to kills their babies before they're born. I think because Abazul could never bear children, so she's kind of pissed off and
Yeah,
jealous.
so I guess the demon just creates miscarriages or something.
Right.
Yeah, it's a little fucked up.
Yeah, and so that whole builds up to the end. And every now and then there actually were some stuff that things happen in the background. So and it all happens to be with the mom.
Yeah, that's
So-
like the only time anything actually happens.
Right. So like, for example, in the bedroom, she opens the closet and there's a mirror on the door. And as she's closing it, literally one frame and you miss it, you see the mom stood up like she's like alive and awake. And you're like, oh, she turns around and she's back to sleep.
And then
She never
also
woke up.
listening to the mom do a prayer, like, and
Yeah,
was that the mom
she's
or like is it the
talking, yeah.
demon? And yeah, it's
Creepy
like,
as shit. Yeah. And then and one time she's actually up and like walking and then she turns around and nobody there, you know?
and then there's some dream sequences where she's up. So,
Yeah.
but like those don't really count because it's a dream.
Right.
But or is it like a projection of the dream that the
Yeah.
demon is making her have?
Yeah.
Or is it all in her head and it's just all of her guilt suppressed and the podcast is a way to suppress that and distract her, but in the end it kind of like forced her eventually to just come out and like admit it.
Yeah, generally creepy. I still think The Conjuring is the scariest movie I've ever seen. This might be a
Close second.
close second. There's a huge dip on what scares me after The Conjuring. Like I can't think of a movie that genuinely creeps me out. Like not a lot does. I'm a grown ass man.
Like maybe some scenes can definitely be like
Oh, yeah.
on par with The Conjuring, but like the entire movie, no.
But like this is again, if I'm watching a video at 12 midnight and it's one of these creepy ass
The best
stories,
time. Like, is this movie
like that
best
gets
to
me.
watch in a theater or alone at night?
Probably alone at night with headphones on.
Because
I'd
like
freak
even in the
fuck out.
theater, that was pretty fucking creepy.
It was. But because you're around people, it's like, all right, you know,
Yeah.
clearly I'm in a movie. But if you're alone, again, who knows what's on the other side of that wall?
Yeah, I want to fucking find out.
I was gonna say one last thing, and I forgot. Oh, maybe the Late Night with the Devil also creeped me out because again, demonic film.
Oh yeah, that was
That creeped me
that
out
was a
too.
good one.
It was pretty good. Again, I'm one of those slow movies that kind of builds up, but yeah, it's good.
But like I forgot the actor's name. What's his name?
David, something.
Yeah, David. Like in Late Night with the Devil, he's pretty charismatic
He is. Yeah.
and kind of care about the character and
Mhm.
the theatrical part of like being on the stage. That was such a good part of that. That's what makes it
Mhm.
really
And
good.
it's a talk show, so it's like happening live. I thought it was
Yeah.
a neat idea. It was neat. Anyway, we're not gonna talk about that film.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much all I have to say about this film.
Yeah,
One last question. Do you think this would have worked better as a like 45-minute short film?
I think it could have.
Because it wouldn't have been as long, obviously.
I could see this being 40 minutes, honestly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things.
It's a lot of the same stuff that happens.
I don't know. Could you cut all of like most of the stuff with the mom and then most of it just ends the same way?
I think you can have the majority of it just being the podcast. Like honestly. Like real time.
Maybe like a
them
couple.
recording
I'd
it.
say like you can cut maybe the majority of the mom scenes and everything else, but still kind of keep parts of that in. I don't think you can completely get rid of it
Mhm.
because then you're left with like every time she's in the podcast, just a black screen like on the other side. Like I feel like
Right.
that's way too much.
But
the
no,
balance.
'cause I don't know if we mentioned it, but obviously it's insinuated. But when they go to the black screen, like off like the 3/4 shot, and she's here, the black screen here, and it just shows you the staircase. Clearly, you know something's up with the mom because before they do all that, she's moving and stuff behind the scenes technically. So you're like waiting for her to walk down or something.
But
So
it
it
never
leads you to
happens.
think it's the mom's behind all of it.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. It's good. I don't get the hate. I know. I understand that people don't
yeah,
like
I really
slow
like this.
films. You know, I get that. But
I was kind of going in skeptical only
Still.
because I liked the trailer. Trailer was definitely
was
creepy as fuck. But then
insane.
I still have the expectations when a trailer goes, "It's the scariest movie."
yeah.
Not the scariest movie like, did I get like really scared where I'd have to hide my eyes? Like,
Right.
I haven't done that in a while. My brother said he did. He at a certain point.
Garrett?
Yeah.
Garrett.
Yeah.
What film?
This movie.
Oh, he saw it?
Yeah.
Oh.
He saw us. Yeah. And shit, I could see him doing that. I probably would have been doing that if I was alone at night watching this.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
think
generally like if you're the type of person that's creeped out by demonic stuff and like the so intense suspension,
good John to watch.
it might get he'd be freaked out. He threw up during Annabelle.
I actually don't think he'd be able to.
Probably not.
I think he'd pass out.
Probably. He almost did during Annabelle. So. Annabelle 2.
We strap him to the chair.
Yeah.
Fucking
Wants
Or-
this film.
watch this, John.
Yeah. Watch this. All right, that's my analysis.
That's
of-
ours.
We had somewhat different opinions. Anyway, that
We
was
could both have an analysis.
I know, but then you were going to go. That
Mhm.
was mine as well.
No.
This was our analysis of
Say
Undertone.
ours. Or this is Russia.
This is not Russia. This is not Russia. Now we'll end it with Ready or Not. Here I come. Ready or Not 2,
Grandma. Where we find grandma.
where we find
We will
Grandma.
find grandma.
So this film was directed by Matt Bettinelli.
Bettinelli.
Sorry, Bettinelli,
No, Justin.
Olfen, and Tyler Gillette. Notable cast: we have Samara Weaving coming back as Grace. We have Catherine Newton as Faith, her sister. that we
She's
find
from
out she
Ant-Man.
has. Oh, that is Ant-Man. Faith.
Mhm.
And her name's Faith here too.
Wait. Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't clock that.
I just clocked that now. Sarah Michelle Gellar is Ursula. Sean Hatsoy is Titus, and Elijah Wood is the
Titus.
lawyer. Titus. Our scores: Ready or Not, Here I Come. 9 out of 10.
9.
I'm surprised you gave this a 9.
I'm gonna preface this that. Now I'm gonna say on camera that
You gonna say it?
10 out of 10 was the first movie.
No,
I like-
this is way better than the first one.
You think this is
Way
way better
better.
than the first?
I give the first one 7.5.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't love that movie, but I liked it. I thought this did everything that film did, but better. Like
you thought so?
I know so, in my opinion. This one's way better. It's more action. It's more bloodier. It's everything. The whole story. I
Just
thought
because
it
there's
was
more
fantastic.
action.
Well, that's what I like.
You can't like that.
That's what I like.
We're not allowed to like different things.
This hasn't happened in a while. I don't even know the last time it has. Shaun of the Dead, but that was before we were like established.
It doesn't count. You can't fucking hate Shaun of the Dead. Deep down, you
It's
actually like it. You
disgusting.
just want-
Well, I haven't
It's
watched it
disgusting.
again. I haven't watched
See,
it again yet
You claim you're gonna keep watching it, but you haven't.
because I don't want to, but I'm gonna have to.
You're gonna have to.
Whatever.
Fucking watch it.
Anyway, damn, you give the first one a 10?
It's kind
That's
of
a
like
high rating.
it is. I think I just really enjoyed it.
All right, so once we
There was
talk
like
about
when I was watching it, there's a lot of things that I really couldn't like nitpick or anything like that. Like it would be mostly nitpicks.
that's how I felt with this one.
Oh.
Anyway, the good in this film, the kills are really good. We have a lot of carnage candy and a lot of kills. Really good. They amped it up from the first one. I think the chemistry between Grace and Faith was phenomenal. They're great together. They're sisters, which again, I think some people they've complained that in the first one, she's like, I have no family. And now they just brought her sister in. But they did explain that they're like estranged.
Yeah.
So I guess that's a
For
way
the
to
most
get
part, I
away with
like
it.
the chemistry. Maybe some parts I was like
I thought
it was a
it
little
was
off. Just a little off on like something. I don't know what exactly. Like maybe the beginning. I think the beginning. I don't know if I could say that like if the beginning of the movie was cut off, that like the story would still make sense. Like you could still like leave off because even when I was watching the movie at first or before we watched the movie, I was wondering how they were going to even introduce all the other family members. Like
Yeah, who are they?
because like how do
Yeah.
they capture her? Because obviously the police came.
Right.
But we know that she goes to the hospital, and then her estranged sister is her only emergency contact.
Mhm.
But like, could you have just like almost plopped us in like where she's like being unbagged, and then her sister's next to her, kind of like how the trailer, kind of like how
they
the trailer
found her
gives off.
sister
Yeah,
because they're family.
yeah,
I don't know if I would have liked that because they have no connection.
exactly.
So I think the way they did it was better, but it was an easy way to write that off. Oh, you're my emergency contact.
But
Oh, I forgot
To
take
be
that off.
honest, it doesn't make sense for like this. These are apparently the most powerful people in the world. So like they're on the high, like they're
The high chair.
the Danforth's father
Mhm.
was in the high chair. There's no way you would have not known that Grace has it. Like you have all these assets. You
Well, they
wouldn't have
don't-
been able to know that.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. They have a lot of power. Clearly,
They
he
do.
said, call off the strikes. Immediately, the strikes were called off.
That was funny as fuck.
That was funny. Literally, as he said that on the breaking news, that was funny.
That was a funny good.
But yeah, they hold the power where they can do whatever they want, but they don't have the knowledge of everything. They don't
Not knowledge. We're like,
but they don't know who really she is. She just was
But, like,
brought in the
who-
family
who
that
did-
day.
who did he call though? To like call off the strikes.
I don't know.
You can't just
The
call those
president
people.
or something?
Look up this person who's going to be married. Like, there's no way that you couldn't have found that out. That's my thing.
I guess. I don't know. I guess they didn't really care.
Yeah, but you claim like this is a pretty tight knit family where like they got to make sure things are going.
Yeah, but at the same time, they don't know anything really. The lawyer does.
The lawyer does. I think the Danforths do, and also the Danforths was also like really great because I actually liked Sarah Michelle Gellar and I liked Titus.
Sean.
Sean.
What's his name?
Oh, the actor's name.
Sean Hatsoy.
What is his name?
Sean Hatsoy.
That's sweet.
He's in The Pit.
I don't watch The Pit.
Neither do I. I
So,
think that's a dumb.
Are we
critique.
talking about avocados?
I don't know. I think that's a dumb critique. They they know everything, but they didn't know she had a sister. I think that's dumb.
Why?
Because it doesn't really make any sense. Like, why would they know that? Yeah, they have all power, but they don't know everything.
I'm not saying that they have to know. I feel like one phone call would have been like background check this bitch.
Who were they gonna call? And how were
Whoever
they
he
gonna-
called on the to stop the bombings.
I don't know. At that point, I don't think.
They
They
literally
really
set
cared.
this up to say that they are like whoever is in the high chair literally controls the world. Like you probably have access to like any fucking thing. That's why the Danforths are so fucking rich. They have this huge ass fucking golf course where they live. Or I guess was that their court? I don't know. Yeah, that's where they live, or whatever. So like you're gonna tell me that they were not gonna be able to find like.
But my
anything
point is,
background?
why would they find anybody in her family? What does the rest of her family have to do with her?
I don't know.
In that current, exactly. You don't know. So why would it matter? Like that's my question. Like
why did
is
she
it-
have to? Why did she have to lie to Alex about not having a family?
Because she hates her sister.
Exactly. But I feel like this family.
Well,
They
the
would've-
real reason is because they didn't write the film yet, and she didn't have.
That's the
any
real
family.
reason.
Yeah, but now they had to put that in there.
But at the same time, if you're gonna have to put that in there, you're gonna have to make a good explanation on why.
Exactly, because they're estranged and she hates them.
Yeah, but just because you're estranged doesn't mean you cut off like
a lot of people do that.
yeah. But I'm just saying, just because you cut off family doesn't mean that someone's not gonna be able to put two and two together that this is a family member.
Well, they did later on. Anyway, we're moving on
Finally.
from that. We're moving on from that. I thought their buildup of their conflict was built up pretty good. Like every now and then
Of
they
the
would,
siblings.
yeah, every now and
yeah.
then they would cut back to it and give you more lore on it.
Yeah.
And I think the buildup of that was done really well. It
Yeah.
wasn't just here's 10 minutes of what happened. It was broken up through the film. What else is good? We're kind of gonna speed run, but the twist at the end, again, this is a film that's literally the first film done over again, just bigger and better. But
Yeah, that's what
maybe
my
not.
thing is. Just because a movie is bigger and better, that's not quite my negative. I feel like it's just also it's the same thing that the first one did, but bigger. But like, what is it really adding other than it's just bigger?
Yeah, no, I get that.
This ain't fucking Texas.
But like I see that as, well, this one did it better, in my opinion. It was more fun to watch. It was more action-packed. The kill, I thought it was funnier than the first one. A lot of people are like, it doesn't have the laughs that the first one had. I disagree. This one was way funnier. Way funnier.
Maybe, but I have to watch. I gotta like. Then again, I watched the first one. I think like 2 days before watching this one,
Mhm.
but I still kind of just found it little just more grounded. That's kind of what I prefer, like a little bit more grounded, not the big over the top. But I feel like
Yeah,
Evil
I like
Dead,
that.
yeah,
The twist at the end that they literally, how do I explain the scene like quickly?
the very ending.
Yeah, so like they're about to, finally like kill her and kill her sister to get her to leave. She's locked in like a freezer, I think,
Yeah.
or a fridge. And there's a loophole of, if I marry one of, the family members that's trying to kill me, we all live. I'm just married to them, and now I'm part of a satanic cult. You find out that there's no rule against killing family members.
Yeah,
So
that
you
was
can't-
that was a pretty nice twist.
yeah, like you can't kill the other family members, but you can kill your family members.
Yeah.
And like that's a rule. So she's like, oh, I'm smart. I'm gonna marry him and then kill him right after, and then I have the high chair. So that twist was really done really well. I didn't expect it.
Titus didn't see it coming.
I didn't see that coming. I knew she wasn't gonna accept that life, but I didn't know how she was gonna get out of it. I forgot that family members.
I think before it
don't-
happened, something clicked, like maybe like 10 seconds before they're getting married. I'm like, well, how's she getting out of this?
Yeah.
And then he's gloating. He's like, I got the ring.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're distracted.
You're distracted.
All this power. And I think actually when we got out of the movie theater and I told you I actually didn't like the last minute plea from
Mhm.
Ursula, I kind of changed my mind on it. I actually do like it.
Oh, did you know?
Yeah.
And
I
what-
actually liked it. I think the build up to it wasn't as good, but that scene itself does a really good justice because Grace is looking at the siblings. I think not that she sees her sibling, she doesn't see Faith like the same way. Like being like she sees like they're being estranged, but like at first I feel like the Danforths were probably like tighter knit. Like obviously,
Yeah.
as she dies, she says, "I love you," but she's like going to marry this guy. She's kind of gonna have like a high power, but I guess it's mostly Titus.
Mhm.
But she's kind of like, what the fuck am I getting myself into?
Yeah.
After she sees like siblings killing each other, family members killing each other,
Mhm.
and then I guess she kind of sees that in herself, and then she's also gonna get married to this guy.
Yeah.
But then it's kind of like a total fuck you at the end when she does the opposite and kills a family member, but it's him, not like her sister.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
But not that good.
It's good. There was a lot of explosions in this movie.
I'm a big Michael Bay fan.
Yeah. A lot of people exploding.
Yeah, the exploding. My favorite scene was definitely the pepper spray fight.
Yeah, the needle drop with Total Eclipse of the Heart, with just the music playing. That was the best scene.
Them fucking.
However, I thought that particular scene of the funny part kind of killed that scene for me, because the rest of it was more realistic and serious, and then that was totally just funny.
Yeah, because Titus is beating the shit out of
Faith. Oh my
Faith.
God, she's getting
also
brutally
little
murdered.
bit of power. What's plot armor? Because
Oh,
like
yeah.
I don't know, he beat the shit out of her, and she's kind of still standing.
She's still fighting. Yeah.
like this dude is pretty big. I don't know. He was literally throwing her
Yeah.
head into the fucking like
Mhm.
brick walls. I don't know.
Yeah.
Little.
Now that was my thing. The overuse of plot armor in this film. I mean, the amount of, and again, it kind of makes sense because these guys are so high on life. They're so powerful that
Mhm.
that's their demise. That they're so cocky. Like
Yeah.
the guy with the sniper rifle. Like, give me a break. How many times are you gonna miss her in
But I
the
feel like
open field?
We still think that like not this doesn't happen very often.
No, but I mean,
Just like
I
the
think
first
anybody.
one, just like the first one, it doesn't happen very often. So they weren't really prepared, and they're not very competent.
No, yeah, that's my point. But I get, again, I've never
Mm-hmm.
shot a sniper rifle, but you had what? You emptied like 3 full clips in an open field, and you missed every single one of them.
Well, there's that one
Like,
comment about the
you know.
daughter says that he doesn't practice.
Yeah, I know, but like, come on, you that bad?
I guess, yeah. Some is a little over the top.
You could be.
I feel like the competence thing makes more sense in the first one because this is just one little family in the first one, and they're all pretty much like they're not killers. They're not like true killers,
Yeah, no,
but like these people seem like they're a little bit more
they're more angry.
a little bit more angry and they're more
more
like lust for
kill-happy.
power.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think Alex's family was kind of more doing it just to stay alive.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
think
'cause they were scared to die.
they
yeah.
had power, like they had some power, but like they were just kind of staying alive.
Mhm.
That's why a lot of the family members kind of like did not want to kill anyone.
Yeah,
the
they really
one-
didn't want
The
to.
mom, Alex, and
The one
the
girlfriend,
brother.
or the one wife.
Oh yeah, the wife did. She
She was
had a
psycho.
little lust for power.
Yeah.
The butler, but like still.
No, I had a blast with this. Pun
I did
intended.
too.
Pun intended. Blast. Explosion. Samara Weaving is a fantastic actress. and
She has
needs
a
to get
great horror screen.
I think she has the best horror scream in all of cinema. The way she has like the vibrato
Oh
on
yeah,
the scream,
is she a singer?
like
Does she sing?
right, like the anguish. I like it, like it's actually happening. She's getting murdered.
Samara Weaving and Ruby Modine have a.
They have good screams, and I
I
forgot
was
her
gonna
name.
say they make a music video.
They should make a music
If
video where
if
they
Samara can,
scream.
if she can sing, I don't know if Samara can sing.
Any actress can sing.
Okay,
So-
don't say that.
A lot of them can sing.
A lot of them. 'Cause this ain't
Um,
Disney Channel.
yeah, the Scream Queens. I think she definitely deserves like a top spot there. I guess Jamie Lee Curtis. She's always up there. I forgot the actress's name, but an Alien. What's the new one called?
Romulus.
Yeah, Alien Romulus. The one girl when Chestburster comes out, and she
Oh.
just screams, and it's just so silent. She has a great scream. Jenna Ortega has a great scream. If you've seen X,
I've seen Scream.
Scream, Scream, and
yeah,
X.
Yeah.
That is one of like the best like candid scream shots I think
I
I've
listen-
ever seen.
I don't. I've seen that once, and it was a pretty long time ago. So
You should.
I
You have to
don't
watch
quite
that.
remember it.
You have to watch that whole trilogy. It's really good.
yeah, I only seen the first one out of that.
Pearl's the best one in my opinion.
Pearl, it's your 16th birthday.
I thought it was funny with the other bride when she shoots the rocket launcher it's backwards. She shoots it behind her because again, she
Runs in the
behind her.
family.
I think my favorite character was I don't know their name, but the guy who put the mask on,
Oh,
like him and his brother.
He was like
They're just
maybe
like
the only other competent
partying.
person, but he couldn't fight two people at the same time.
Oh no, his brother, the one that ran away, reminded me of
Wait, his name is I think I have his name
you
down.
have his name.
Madhu.
Yeah,
I don't know how to pronounce it. So, but
Madhu.
Madhu.
was that the brother or the main guy?
That one who he's the one who didn't fight at all.
Okay, so he reminded me of what's those movies? Kamal and I forgot the name.
Wait.
The White Castle movie.
Oh yeah.
What's his name?
Oh, you're making me.
Now you don't
I
remember.
can't even.
Something in
Oh,
is he
Jesus
Kumal one of
Christ.
them?
Kumar. Harold and Kumar.
He reminds me of what is it? Kumar
yeah.
or Harold? One of them.
Yeah.
I think it was Kumar. He
Yeah.
looked just like him and he kind of acted like him too. Like he was funny.
Yeah, Kumar's the Indian, and then
Yeah.
yeah,
That's all I thought of when I saw him. Oh, it was just funny.
yeah.
They're funny.
He was kind of badass, and then like with the
He was.
mask, and then he fucking gets.
Yeah, he's a pussy. He
And-
runs away. He's like he puts his wife.
I thought that was so fucking funny. I'm assuming the wife. I'm assuming the wife exploded at the end,
Yeah, because she just went AWOL.
and he exploded at the end, even though he thought he signed away his
Yeah.
fortune, which he did, but it still doesn't discredit you from being part of like the inn. And yeah, I guess Satan was like,
I
okay.
get. But I'm confused because it was well put into her, then she left. But then the lawyer was just like, well, now that she left, you have to go back in. But like, did she explode or not? That's what I don't know.
Well,
'Cause
no,
you
I don't
can't leave.
think-
You have to participate, he said.
I don't know. He didn't participate. Like she's a participant, but I guess she just drove. I don't know. She just
Because
drove
why didn't
off.
he just leave? The lawyer said you can't. You have to participate.
I don't
That's
know.
my-
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
That's like a question I don't know.
Where did she go?
Where'd you go? Where'd you come from?
Cotton Eye Joe.
Exactly.
I liked Elijah Woods as the lawyer.
He's funny.
He he just knows like I think he just knows so much, and I think he's got a big respect for Grace
Oh yeah.
because like he's like, huh, I guess you can just do that.
Yeah.
You could just.
Didn't really
I'm the
think
lawyer.
of it,
I
yeah.
guess you found a loophole.
I thought he was gonna go for the ring.
I love how I think Grace looked at him like, "You're gonna go for it."
Yeah.
And he's just like,
No.
"No." I guess he doesn't. He's just a part. He just watches.
I'm just a lawyer.
He's just a lawyer.
Now they could set up a third one.
They could.
Because I think who's the demon ghost, the Satanist,
I
the
don't know
main
his-
guy in the chair.
Oh,
You know, who they swear to, their god.
I don't know his name.
Fuck, Bella or something. Anyway, it starts with
Abaddon,
it starts with a B.
Something.
Anyway, he's probably just gonna find some other family and start the cold up again, whatever. But maybe there'll be a third one. I think they should end it. Could be a good trilogy though. Could be a solid trilogy
Could be.
of consistent films. Like it could be a really good trilogy.
Yeah, like I didn't hate this movie. Like it's only like 1 point difference, but I just
No,
like
it's so good.
I liked the first one more.
Fair enough.
I like
We
the
have our own
twist.
opinions.
Oh, the twist. I thought I didn't. I guess I didn't 100% see this twist coming, but the twist that like I was kind of like expecting in the first one, Alex to like fully like be fine. Like he's like, okay, I'm not gonna kill you, but then he's just like, I have nothing left. I'm gonna
I'm
kill
gonna
you.
kill you.
You're
I think
like,
it was
yeah.
his brother's death that really pushed him over.
It
the
did,
edge.
yeah. And I liked that, and I liked that it was his brother who was kind of like more of like the one who didn't really want to be. That's why he probably drank a lot.
Yeah.
But Alex was kind of like the baby, but like he left, but he was still like dragged into this no matter what.
Mhm.
But either way, I mean, if Alex didn't go along with trying to sacrifice Grace anyways, it would have died because everything came
Yeah.
out to be true.
That
But he doesn't know that. I guess like at this point, he did believe, but he probably didn't believe before because it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And it succeeded one other time that they sacrificed.
Right.
So
I will give what the first one did better in a way is the ambiguity because you as the viewer are also like, was it real? Like, no way these people are going to explode. Because at that
one
time,
I liked.
like
Yeah.
as you're watching it before the end, it's a pretty grounded film.
Yeah.
You know, it's not supernatural at all. Yeah, they're Satanists, but it's not like people are exploding.
I think
So,
I like it more because it's
second
not
one-
supernatural.
Maybe the second one didn't have really that ambiguity of what's going to happen next, other than well, clearly she's not going to die.
Yeah.
It's the same movie again. The end is where the twist happens, but you don't expect that until that moment. Here, at least in the first one, you're like, are they going to explode? Does she really need to get out? What's going to happen? So I will give you that one for that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just had more fun with the second. I thought it was better.
Maybe I did have like more like laughs of
This
the
one was so much funnier.
just because it's funnier doesn't mean it's better.
No, I'm just saying people are saying that the first one is so much more funny, but this one had a lot more jokes in it. Maybe
Yeah, I could
they
see
didn't
that.
laugh at them, but I thought this one had way more jokes in it. They laughed more than the first one. And again,
Maybe.
I'm not saying that makes it better or not.
Yeah.
I'm just saying this one they definitely pushed the comedy.
Yeah, they did.
And it was such a shame that the actor who wasn't in it, I don't think he was in any of the trailers, who died first because
Oh.
he killed them without even starting the game. He's funny. He's a great actor. He's in X-Men Wolverine Origins,
Which one?
the first Wolverine solo film.
Wait, who? Wait, are we talking about the first or second?
No, the movie, the second movie, the one we just saw.
Yes.
The guy who died first in the hospital. Blew up.
Oh,
That guy.
him.
He's funny.
Kevin Durand.
Yeah, that's his name. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's funny. It's a shame he died so early because he's a good actor.
He plays one of the. He plays in the newest Planet of the Apes. Not,
Yeah.
yeah, he plays the
One of
the
apes.
Proximus ape,
Yeah.
the villain.
Right.
And like, I'm gonna say I don't know if it's because he spent a lot of time pretending to be an ape because I know with the motion cap, he was like really good at like being an ape.
Yeah, this guy.
Like yeah, he was really good at being an ape, and for some reason I couldn't like I was scratching my head the way he was walking. It felt like he was kind of like an ape.
Like Austin Butler with Elvis.
Like maybe he
Didn't
like
we?
got too into like perfecting the walk like that. It kind of felt like he was like
He
a
regressed.
big like he was just walking.
He's going.
like an ape.
He's regressing. He's
It
going back
happens.
into
I
an
can
ape.
see like that's just like if you move to a different country and you just kind of get into that accent sometimes.
To be fair, though, he was hopped up on so much coke that maybe that's just how he acted in that moment.
Was he actually right?
Not in real life, but in the film.
Oh,
Before he took a whole
I
whiff
remember
of coke.
that.
No,
That's some good method acting.
right?
To get in character as an ape, I took a lot of coke.
No, in this film, but before
Oh,
he
yeah.
went to the hospital,
Yeah, he did.
He
he
got
did
his
a
whole box
big-ass
of
fucking
coke.
line.
Yeah, so I'm sure that affected his walking in character. You know.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe there's some truth to that.
Yeah, when he came on screen and he was walking, I was like, he still seems like he's kind of moving like an
He's
ape.
still got an ape a little left in him. Yeah. Don't we all have a little ape in us, right?
Maybe he's still recording. Maybe his character's still alive.
Maybe that's like sequel.
That's just,
He's like, we're gonna do a film in a hospital, so we'll just mocap you after. But when you're doing this film, just walk like an ape. Who knows? I think that's all I have to say.
yeah.
About
One thing with the
Ready or Not.
Danforths, I actually really like their dynamic, but they were deemed as like the only competent people pretty much to even try to kill Grace because they were apparently trained from
Mhm.
as a young age. But it didn't feel like they were like that much more competent than the others.
they were definitely more competent, but again, because of the plot armor, the amount of times that they just didn't get the job done, because they always have to get the last word in.
Yeah.
You know, just kill them.
Like the dynamic between Grace and Faith was that obviously they're estranged, so they have to work together.
Mhm.
But Titus and Ursula were kind of like together all the time, so like they should know how to work together. But then eventually throughout the whole movie, then they kind of break away, and now there's
yeah.
a split between them,
Right.
which I like.
Makes sense.
But I still think at the very beginning, I feel like there should have been more of like a connection between them, because even at the beginning, there was still kind of like shade being like, oh, I mean, like I'm gonna get the high try, I get the ring. But like the beginning, I feel like there should have been more of a prominent. Like they seemed a lot more competent, and as the movie where Faith and Grace actually come together, the more Ursula and
yeah.
Titan they split.
They did convey that, but you're saying they could have done it better.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
like that's more of like a little bit of nitpick, but
Yeah, I can
I'm
see it.
critiquing.
I can see it. You got to critique.
Yeah, I can't just give it to you.
You can't just give it to them.
Is it like groundbreaking? Like, did it ruin the movie? No.
Not at all. No. Yeah, it's pretty good. That's our review of Ready or Not 2. Here I come.
Hour.
Whatever.
Butter.
Butter. What did you think? Did you see it? Did you see it? Let us know what you
Who
thought.
are you fucking pointing to? No one's here.
I'm pointing to them.
Who?
Pointing to them.
Did you take your meds today?
What?
Did you take your meds?
Where am I?
I'm not here.
What? You're not real. I'm doing this
April
by myself.
Fools.
You just disappear. You just go away.
I'm just a mocap.
We'll edit that in.
I'm never. You just
I edit
me
you in
I'm just an AI.
based on my memory. I edit you in.
I'm just like an AI, like just
Yeah.
mocapped into the. I was never here.
You're just an ape. I put a human in yours. Anyway.
I turn into an ape all of a sudden.
Yeah. You never go full ape.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. So, did you watch Ready or Not 2? Did you watch Undertone? Let us know. Do us a favor and go watch those 2 short films, Dirty Jersey and Beyond Mamushi. They're pretty good. And they're not too long. They're not like a 2-hour film. So
No.
you don't got to waste
Under
a
an
lot
hour.
of time. Yeah, they're both under an hour and they're worth the watch. So let us know in the comments your thoughts on all these films.
Mm-hmm.
Stir all the emotions. I think we're on the opposite ends of the majority of people. The majority of people do not they like Ready or Not 2, but they think it's far less superior. And a lot of people don't
I don't
like
think it's that
Undertone.
far behind, but
a lot
like
of people think it is.
I enjoyed it, but it's not
Yeah.
that far behind.
Every review I've seen, they're like, "Ah, I wanted to love this so bad, but I'm just like, why?
Nah, they're just doing it for the camera.
They're just doing it for the
No,
camera.
I'm just kidding.
I don't get it.
You have an opinion.
Anyway, I think that's all we have for you today. Oh, correction on last video, I did confirm Dolly was shot on 16mm film,
Oh,
real film. So it did work. It
looked
conveyed-
good.
Yeah, looked good.
Looked great.
You looked good, doll.
Any a doll.
And you know. So I just wanted to say that.
Don't forget
And-
to subscribe.
Yeah, don't subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, reverse
We're trying
psychology.
a new
Yeah, we don't want you
tactic.
to subscribe. Fuck you. Subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Yeah, please subscribe.
We're almost at 400 subs as of this video.
Yeah,
Our
390.
goal before June is to reach 400,
Yeah,
and
before
I
June.
feel like we can do it.
We can do it.
We
With your help.
appreciate any new viewers. If you're tuning in new to this channel for
Mhm.
this episode, you don't have to watch every other podcast to know what's going on.
We got a
but-
backlog.
We have a backlog.
68 episodes.
Catch up.
Yeah, catch up.
Everything that you've missed.
Catch up and mustard. We got some sick interviews there to catch up.
Oh yeah,
Go watch. So check those out. We got more interviews coming in the future.
lots of fun stuff.
Yeah. We got really one exciting one. I'm not going to say because I'm no confirm. I'll tell you after. You already know. But
Oh.
there, something could happen. It'll be awesome.
Something.
And then I'm going to end on Scream 7 is now the highest grossing film in the entire franchise. So all you haters, eat your heart out. Didn't work. It's making money. It's making bank, people. It's doing good
You become the very thing you swore
to destroy.
to make fun of.
You, yeah, yeah. Joke's on you.
Ouch.
That's it. That's all we got. Have a great day. Have a great rest of your weekend.
Have an amazing day.
Have an amazing day. Yeah, because it's have an amazing
This will
rest
probably
of
come
your
out at
day.
like 2 p.m. So
12:30.
have the day that you deserve.
Have the day that you deserve and that you don't need. Whatever the Batman thing is. Anyway,
Rachel,
yeah. Enjoy the rest of your day. And hit that subscribe and comment below.
stop fucking pointing out.
Comment below. And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
2
Bloop.
weeks.